Hello, Frugal fans. Once again, this is Captain Frugal, and I'm reviewing my stash to save you cash. And today I'll be reviewing The Superior Foes of Spider-Man issue number 8. Alright, so let's dive into this issue. This issue was written by Nick Spencer, and the artist was Steve Lieber. This issue can be purchased as a back issue, a digital download, or in the second trade for The Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Now, in this issue, it starts with a really funny dream sequence, because Fred is dreaming, because he was knocked out in issue 6. Alright, so that dream, definitely pay attention to it. It's really funny. Pay attention to the visuals. Alright, soon this gives way, though, to reality as he wakes up and he finds that he's getting drowned in a toilet at the hands of one of the Chameleon's henchmen. Yes, henchmen. Alright, so Chameleon tells Fred that he's is late on getting Silvermane's head, and it's clear he's not happy about this as he's torturing, good old pal Fred Boomerang. Next, we pan to the Shocker, and he has Silvermane's head, and he has it with his mouth taped shut. Shocker decides to remove the tape from his mouth, and they have a discussion. Poor Shocker, I tell you, that does not go well for him. This is definitely a highlight of the story, is this Shocker-Silvermane relationship. After that, we transition to the Beetle and Speed Demon, as well as an Overdrive. They discuss the Beetle's father being Tombstone, and then about how feel they're getting double-crossed by Fred for that painting. Now, they decide then to split up and look for him. We then transition back again to Fred, where the Chameleon is holding him and torturing him for the location of Silvermane's head. After some good old-fashioned torture, they decide to search his room, so they knock him out. We then move to another fun dream sequence, and then after that, Fred awakens and finds a note telling them that they are now even since they found and took the painting, behind the Katherine Heigl poster. Fred then gets a visitor, and that is his date. So they go out for a date and get some drinks, and he decides to talk to her about his profession, if you will. It first starts by asking how would you feel if he was a superhero, and then with that turning out good, he goes, well, what if I told you I am a villain? And that didn't go quite as well, but it wasn't bad. Alright, but it still works. At this point, thinks the painting's lost, and his date, after all that, gives him a pep talk, about being a villain and things like that, about getting his painting back, which was really quite cool, because, he goes off on this tangent in a way about, how nothing's working out. And I think they're, just by this character, it gives you, man, there's a lot into this date, this lady, which they never give you her name. She's just a fantastic character. And so at the end of the book, while kissing, at the end of the date, possibly goodbye for the night, we see Bullseye on top of a building, and he has Boomerang in his sights. So that's just awesome. Alright, so let's look at some of the pros and some of the cons of this story. The pros is this is definitely a fun story with interesting events. Another pro is the character that he's dating is really an interesting character. And of course, we can't forget at the very end of the book, Bullseye. Who would not want to fight between Bullseye and Boomerang? That could be awesome. Now let's look at some of the cons. Alright, why did in this book, why did the Chameleon let Boomerang live? I guess, if they're even and he went through all that crap, he probably would have killed the guy, you would think. So, but of course, if we did that, the story wouldn't be able to continue, and we don't want Fred dead. The story's awesome. And the other thing is this book probably could have a little bit more action. So if this book would have had more action, I would have given it a better score, but it's been a lot of talking, especially 2 issues in a row. But with that said, it's still a good book. So the overall grade I would give this book would be a B. So definitely worth checking out. At least go and check it out in trade or buy it digitally, or at the bare minimum, go and get it from your local library in the trade and check it out. It's definitely worth a read. Thank you for checking this out, everybody. If you want to see more reviews on our podcast and things, check us out at thehenchmanslounge.com. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can at Captain Frugal.